the malibag for today. Officemate na lumalandi or nagpapakute sa jowa ko. This is very relatable. I must say. Check. Okay. Dear pod parents, thank you for being a light in these dark days that we are in. The pod and community you built has become one of the things that kept me sane the past months. Aw. Anyway, I just got triggered by the most recent episode. Bawal ba mang bawal? That's episode number... Whatever. When Saab said something about office mates making landi your jowa. Ha 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 ha. For context, my jowa is currently a team leader in their office. He handles a team, most of which are females, with one working closely with him as his assistant. From the stories that he shares with me and from my own digging/stalking, I think and feel like he is being teased with one of his office mates, as in yung yee levels, which I find really, really weird and disrespectful. They know that my jowa has me, and we are getting married soon, by the way. And they've also met me a few times, so I don't understand the need for teasing. They would also often tease him playfully that sometimes I think is already bordering paglalande. His assistant will also be particularly pa-sweet, tipong, "Sir, kain ka na lunch," or "Sir, uwi ka na, ingat pag-uwi," or "Sir, libre mo naman ako ng milk tea." To be honest, it makes me uncomfortable.
Yun naman siguro hindi.
Yeah. I'm reading it kasi na Malandi. Para kung, "Sir, kain ka na lunch." "Sir, uwi ka na. Ingat pa uwi Or,
pabili naman ng milk tea
"Sir, libre mo ako milk tea dahil mong pera." Check out. Anyway, in fairness sa jowa ko, he hasn't done anything for me to not trust him. And hindi naman siya pumapatol sa kanila. I understand also na since he is a team leader, he needs to work with them talaga. I am from HR, and sometimes I advise him pa nga how to deal with his team, even if it means I'll be very uncomfortable about it because I know it's also the right thing to do. I've been trying to deal with this by myself kasi feel ko issue ko siya. Jealousy, insecurity, lack of trust, and yun nga, he hasn't given me any reason to feel this way. So tinatry ko siya i-deal with, but it has gotten to the point na parang I feel crazy just thinking about it. I also feel na I'm being unfair to my jowa for feeling this way. So it makes me feel much worse. Is this feeling normal? Is feeling insecure about yourself and the relationship kahit ikakasal na kayo normal? Am I being an uncool jowa? How do I deal with this? How do I deal with insecurity? Ang gusto ko lang naman is to be the best partner for my jowa. But I also want to be honest with myself that the process to be the best partner will be uncomfortable. So pod parents, help me.
Well, first, I want to say malibag. What's the name of the malibag sender?
She doesn't want to say her name.
Okay.
Let's say Kelsey.
Let's call her Kelsey. Kelsey, I just want to say, this was a beautifully written malibag.
It was. I just read it as
very concise. Details were very much...
very chef's kiss.
They were very folklore.
It's very exile.
Pristine.
Cheka.
Very
Why
pristine.
are you saying Cheka?
I know.
I don't know.
It's funny, no?
Okay.
Go.
Okay. Well, it's really nice that you are self-aware about how you're feeling. There's nothing wrong with that. You asked if this feeling is normal. Definitely. It's normal. And don't shame yourself for feeling this way. If I may share, it was also an issue for me before. Even if 100% I trust Jim so much, I found it was my issue with the office mate. Kasi parang it felt disrespectful to me. Kasi parang ako yung girlfriend eh. Ako yung fiancé. Tapos parang the fact na...
Were we engaged?
Well, di ba nag-text pa nga sa'yo ng congratulations. Anyway. No, but it was an issue for me kasi parang what makes you think that you can communicate with him this much? Like this, it was pretty inappropriate.
Dun sa to Kelsey, kunwari, yung sinasabi niyang inaasar, yeah, I completely get you. Kasi what I was gonna say is that ang mahirap talaga is that in most corporate cultures, may mga company akong sinalihan na talagang walang pakialam sa isa't isa. Yung parang, tang ina mo, bahala ka sa buhay mo. Gawin mo yung trabaho mo. Wag tayo parang ganon. Parang,
Yeah,
okay,
work is
small talk. But there are some cultures talaga na it's very, very org.
Yeah.
It's very barkada. Barkada tayo. And just like in any barkada, or an org, some people, there are some people who see it as bigger than other people. Gets mo? Parang, one member of the barkada can think like, this is my real barkada. And then there's one naman na, okay, sa office lang tayo magpansinan. Bye. And just like any barkada, nagkakaroon ng ganon. Yung mga, parang, I think sometimes, like, I was honestly shocked rin naman na parang, na may meron ng girlfriend, tas may ganong asaran. Pero, most of the time, the asaran was because it was so unrealistic. Gets mo? Na parang, for example, let's say, a 50-year-old girl and a 20-year-old boy.
That's not unrealistic. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Hindi. Pero, ang point ko is parang they get so wrapped up in the barkada culture that they tend to forget. Alam mo yun, parang nakakalimutan nila may buhay outside of this small group because they're together every day. You deal with one problem that no one else knows about. Gets mo? Parang, like, we hate that bitch, that boss. Everyone hates that boss. So you all bond, or, oh my God, it's the most stressful time of the year. So you all bond about that. And some people nga, they view it and they don't know how to separate like this world and the normal world. So when they tease your boyfriend or your fiancé, I think it's because they completely don't know na how to differentiate na your boyfriend has his own life. Gets mo? Parang they just see him in this bubble. Yeah. And it's fine to tease him about this girl because they're in this bubble. I'm not saying it's right.
I get it. It's like being blockmates. Parang yun lang you just know him as your blockmate.
Yeah.
Sa tingin mo, wala na siyang buhay outside of that. Like, you see him in class and that's it. Like, you just know him from class. And if he's cute, he's cute.
Yeah.
Diba? But it's really, I think what's most important is that you mentioned so many times that you trust your fiancé and that parang hindi sa kanya yung issue mo. That's really great. That's number one. Parang maybe it's good that you think of that kasi alam mong issue mo to. But as long as your communication with him is open and just tell him how you feel. Kasi ako when I was like that with Jim, he was very parang parang gano'n. At first, you were saying parang, hindi, parang wala namang crush sa'yo, gano'n. So I was getting even more pissed kasi parang, sobrang halata. But if you were saying like, medyo weird. If you were like that, I would have been like, okay, well, as long as you acknowledge it, Jim, like, then, I parang gets ko na parang, as long as you're aware and, because girls can tell
I
and
agree.
ang ending is, tama ako.
Well, never naman na-confirm.
I will confirm it.
Never naman
Oo, kaya Jim. Diba? Ay, kukwento ko mamaya. Sige, unahin muna nito. Kukwento ko mamaya. Grabe, the juice. The tea. I love it. Kukwento ko. I'm so excited. Okay, go.
Anyway,
so, ako, for me, para sa akin, my advice would be, when I was, kasi that happened Jim, before we even got married, diba? That whole issue. And I was feeling insecure nga kasi di ba tayo married nun? And there was, for me, parang, what the fuck?
Pero even if naman we were married, I don't think that was yung pagkukulang eh.
Yeah, it was just, it was my ego. it was my ego. Kasi parang ako, tanginang to, what makes her think that she can do this? It's fucking annoying.
Can we clarify yung do this? Kasi baka naman people are thinking na may nangyayari or something that was close to.
She was doing stuff that was inappropriate. Okay, for example, sending Jim a video of some guy performing a Beatles song. Parang a very, what love song was it?
Till There Was You.
Till There Was You. Parang nag-send siya. Tapos, send niya kay Jimmy Vitos, parang, I just remembered you. Tangina! How can this be okay? Diba? So, in fairness naman, Jim's like, he showed it to me. Diba? So, I mean, I appreciate that. Na parang, medyo labo. So, parang ako, it was really, for me, it was my ego talaga. Kasi honestly, for sure naman, parang, I didn't think na parang, why is she sending this to Jim? May nangyayari ba sa kanila? Not at all, okay? So, it was just really annoying for me. It was my ego. But then I got over it. Well, nakatulong rin na Jim quit that job later on in life. Pero, diba parang she was still in our life eh. Pero, even if you left that job, it became complicated because parang she got involved with a common friend and she was still in our lives and then parang naging kebs na ako.
Well, here's my question.
Naging kebs na ako because it wasn't nga, parang it was more of like, okay, like she's kind of pathetic na. Parang yaan mo.
Well, here's my question though. Ano bang parang how do you as a girl like and I'm sure Kelsey feels this way, diba? Parang when you say it's instinct and what separates it from someone just wanting to be a friend?
Ibang-iba. You've had your old you've had different jobs. You've had friends in those kunwari sa advertising agency. Did I ever have an issue with any of the girls
kasi
there?
what if kasi their personalities were different. Hindi sila like ayaw nila mag-text. Ayaw nila
Good, Cheka. No, kasi nga, the thing is, I just feel like, I don't know eh. You can tell eh. You can tell. I think there's a, alam mo kung ano yung appropriate and inappropriate. Really. And I feel like this isn't college na you're making friends na talagang, or it's not high school na you're parang, gets mo?
Hindi, yun nga sabi. I think dun tayo nahirapan talaga. I think, well, okay, one. To Kelsey, bago natin makalimutan yung kwento mo.
Naging natin no? Therapy namin ni Jim.
Kay Kelsey, here's a tip. The biggest problem that could happen is when you communicate to your boyfriend who you trust and you make him feel parang kumbaga yung frustrations mo with his office mate, yung inaasar or yung nangaasar, yung basically office mates. Just try to find a way to not take it out on your boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Kasi dun kami nagkakagulo ni Saab. Kasi
no, because you kept denying it.
Aawayin niya ako.
No, because you were kind of, and I know you weren't gaslighting me or anything.
What's gaslighting?
When you're making me feel like I'm crazy. But I know you weren't doing it on purpose. When you were like, sobrang hindi. Like what are you doing? But it was confirmed later on that this fucking girl was crazy in love with you. So it was, ako talagang, yes, I have proof.
So, what I was saying.
So if
pero na-gets mo yung sinasabi ko?
Gets ko. If only the guy nga, if the fiancé was like on the same page with you and acknowledging na parang, yeah, but it's harmless. Parang, but the thing is kasi, for me, for him to get to that point, it would be so different if Kelsey, it was like, you would say, hey, I'm really feeling uncomfortable. I trust you, pero naiilang ako. Pwede bang isama mo naman ako sa isang outing or whatever? Yeah.
Kaysa bakit ganyan?
Yeah,
Ina.
I get it, yeah. Bakit ganun ba ako sa'yo? Hayop ka.
So anyway, and ako naman what I tried to do was okay, kasi this has to work, because it's part of it eh.
Yeah, I know.
You have to parang
you have to have a relationship with your coworkers.
Yeah, kasi for example, you need something from this department or whatever. Or you need to have a good standing. Especially may mga politics yan na parang may favorite yung boss. Hindi naman pwedeng kaaway mo na yung favorite ng boss bigla. 'Di ba? Parang kailangan you're on the good side para may ganun. So anyway, it's really stressful to be in that position rin Just so you know na Kelsey's boyfriend na you said he's the team leader. Maybe as a leader he sees na this camaraderie is good. I need close tayo kasi I need to lead the team effectively. Pero I have to appease my girlfriend and make her feel comfortable. So it's really ang sagot talaga dyan is both parties have to work. And so parang sa amin ni Saab, like when we were handling that, one, we were very, very young. Two, both of us could have done things differently. Could have handled things better. But the most important thing is yung sabi nga ni Saab na if you trust him talaga completely. Kasi ako naman, ang thinking ko nga nun was ano man mangyari, wala akong ginawang masama, wala akong gagawing masama. So I was very aggressive in which baka nga ewan ko nga kung naging problema pero like parang nagre-report ako every time tingnan mo to nung nag-start na sinabi mo na tangina ano ba to, so I was like Sab, tingnan mo to and para lang just to make sure. So anyway, parang you have to find yung dynamic nyo.
But I didn't demand that.
No, you didn't. I was doing that because I wanted...
You wanted me to feel at ease.
Para ako
which
rin,
I appreciated
para
naman.
Rin, ako, when I go to the office, hindi ako stressed the whole time na, lalapitan na naman ako nito, kakausapin ko to. Parang, fuck. Diba?
But you weren't, just to make it clear, you weren't like telling me like, okay, lumapit sa desk ko, sige niya.
No.
Hindi naman ganon.
No,
you would just show me when, yun nga, mag-send ng inappropriate like, till there was you fucking video na parang remembering you, just remembered you, miss you.
Baka hindi naman nata ganun.
Jem, it was like that.
Hindi ganun, hindi like I miss you. Parang, I think it was like, parang ikaw, parang something like that.
Oh yeah, that's it. Like, that's so flirty.
Really?
Come on.
The thing is kasi yun to be honest talaga, I just really have had the worst radar. I have never known. Parang the times that
parang ikaw, hehe.
The times that I thought na gusto ako ng girl, mali. And the times that I think na parang hindi ko alam na gusto ako, gusto pala ako.
Okay. So this girl, she's really problematic, honestly. And I'm glad that we were able to sidestep this whole issue. So, Kelsey, I think as long as you and your jowa are communicating openly and he's on the same page as you and parang he acknowledges na, yeah, it's a little, pa-cute, pero don't worry about it. I'm making sure lang na the team works well together and parang, ako kasi later on in life, I saw it as a parang, I'm so proud when people are like crushing on Jim. And then parang I'm like, yeah, close that deal. Diba? Parang,
I just wish that happened during the peak of my corporate life. Kasi, to be honest, ang hirap talaga nung time na yun. Kasi I had to go to work. Parang ako nga ang point ko nun, Sab, yung lagi ko sinasabi nun, Sab, putang ina, the whole day, I just wanna go home.
Yeah.
Pwede ba? Parang, it's not like I'm dying to go to the office and be with these people. I wanna be with you. I
know, but I was younger back then, and I was just,
So anyway, I think, Kelsey, I hope you know rin na, tingnan mo you asked kasi your question, is it normal to feel this way? And si Sab is the most secure person I know. sometimes to a fault. Pero she experienced that.
Yes,
So,
because it was so obvious. At ikakwento ko mamaya kung ano pa yung mga ginawa ng hayop na yun.
Okay.
Okay, so moving
Next,
on.
malibag?
Hindi, kakwento ko ngayon nangyari.
Wait.
Okay, so yung confirmation ko was that she started seeing someone close to us. So, yun nga parang medyo, for me, parang medyo sayad kasi parang, why? Dami-daming tao sa mundo, you had to go for our friend. But okay, fine. You know, maybe it happens. Okay. This was when Jim already left the company. And then, but she still found a way to still be in his life. And then, parang our friend, who she was seeing at the time, saying, parang, she misses Jim because, and wait for it, di nyo kakayanin to, she claims that he was the only guy friend who didn't fall for me. That's why he means so much to me. I'm like, what the
Yun ba talaga?
Parang ako, Jim, that really happened. Why would I
remember?
Jim, that really happened. And sobra akong, what the heck? Like, you've never, I mean, gets ko if Jim was also single. And he would be, categorized as that. Like, maybe, go girl. Like,
Why, what does that mean ba? I'm
If
sorry.
all the guys, that she's irresistible. And all the guy friends she's had fall in love with her. So that's why she doesn't have guy friends. So parang, kawawa ka naman. Like, you're just so irresistible, you know? Like, you're just
Pero
that kind of girl.
why
Why it triggers me so much is, why would you even think that there was a chance for this guy to fall in love with you? You met him when he was with me. And ego... I mean, I had an ego. I mean, I have an ego rin naman. Like, I'm like, girl, really? Ikaw over me? Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, diba? Parang, tang ina mo. So, these scars have healed. Taka.
Really?
But it's like...
Pero grabe. You know what? I can't believe na.
Pod kids, can you please... Honestly, how could that have been okay for her to say? Diba? Parang
she didn't say it to me.
She didn't say it to you, but she said it to our very close friend who thought it was. I don't even know why he said
Hindi
it to
ba
us.
yun parang a piece of trivia lang?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, you know what? Here's a piece of trivia. You know, Jim's the only guy who never fell in love with me. That's why he's such a good friend.
Hindi, baka naman it was said in a way na
Jim, that's like me saying like, you know what, like, it's so funny. Like, Piolo is like the only guy who's never fallen in love with me.
Hindi, paano kung sinabi mo, alam mo si Piolo, parang siya lang yung, hindi lang parang...
Or let's not say Piolo. Let's say, Ding Dong. Like, si Ding Dong Dantes is like, you know why he's such a good friend? Like, he means so much to me because he's the only guy who never fell in love with me. I mean, like, let's set aside the fact that he's married to Marian Rivera. Like, there was a possibility that he would have fallen in love with me. You know?
Gets.
Like, fuck you. Leveling kami ni Marian. Gusto mo yan? Pero diba, parang, gets me how that is so irritating to me. And it was so triggering to me na parang, but obviously, the reason why I was a little harsh on Jim was because he kept saying na, no, Saab, this girl's not into me. And I was like, Jim, it's like all the signs point to that. If only you had acknowledged it, then I wouldn't have felt like I was crazy and it was just in my head. But just the fact that she said that was like...
what if,
and then she also...
What if office mate ko si Candy? You know how Candy is. She messages all the time. She...
No. But I know Candy. She would never do that to someone who had a girlfriend na hindi niya... No, she wouldn't do that. I mean, she would do that if she and I were friends, you know? If only this girl was also like trying to... Kasi gets mo, ganito yung point ko If she really thought like... Because Jim is such a funny guy. I mean, I can't help it. I'm married to someone who... is really fun. I get that. But if you think he's really fun, why do you... Basta I can't even enumerate all the ways na...
Baka naman
Pero ang point ko dyan is, why was she always trying to get you alone?
Was it possible that you were
a bitch to her?
Oo.
No, because I wasn't. I never did anything to her.
So ako, ang tip ko kay Kelsey rin.
I completely didn't invite her to our wedding.
Ang tip ko rin kay Kelsey is...
Tapos nag-message pa siya kay Jim the night before we got married. Something really long and like... It was really... I mean, okay. One, this has been how many years na ago, okay? I'm sure she's in a better place right now and I don't hate her. Back then lang, I really didn't like who she was and what she was doing because it was a modus of... Really, there are girls like that. And I'm 100%... I wish... I haven't heard anything from her. I don't know where she is right now. But I do hope that she's in a better place and she's in a... Sana she found the one, I wish that she feels secure enough in herself that she doesn't feel the need to do this. Because, it happens. I also know one more person who was... Parang ang type niya is someone who's attached. It's really a thing eh. It's really a thing. But yeah, like, I don't hate the person. I hate what she was doing and what she was... And to even like... I don't like to admit this, I'm not trying to create the smear campaign or anything. Honestly, I don't like to admit that I was insecure for a time. And that it wasn't like detrimental to our relationship. I don't even like giving her that fact. Kasi I feel like it gives her the power. But then, I want to be honest na this happened. And it happens in relationships, even to one that's as strong as ours.
Yeah.
So it's...
And ang ano ko lang rin dun is that, again, I don't think insecurity and jealousy is the real source of marriages or partnerships breaking or ending. It's really how everyone reacts. So it's how the person who's insecure and the person and your partner, how he reacts to that feeling of discomfort. Of course, syempre, it always will balance itself out. Na if you're the type na, putang ina mo, akin na yung telepono mo, puking ina mo, lulutuin ko yung cellphone. Or if it's you are the, hey, it really hurts me, and your boyfriend is the, tang ina, ano ba problema mo?
Yeah. But I remember what I always told Jim was, for me, Jim, just make sure you're not making her think that she even has a chance with you. Okay, that's most important to me. Because once she thinks that she has a chance with you, then it was more of a me thing talaga eh. Like parang, she thinks she can get you from me? It was more of a me thing, honestly. I trusted Jim 100%. It was my ego, and it was, I'm not proud of that, but yun. So,
pero honestly, it would have been so much... Kaya nga in our whole relationship, we've never had a problem with this because wala naman yung factor na, okay, this is work. I mean, I need work to go well. And diba, nalala mo naman how pressured I was because it was a big company and, I needed to excel. I was so stressed because I felt like we were gonna get married soon. So I needed to really fucking step up na. And,
be stable.
And this job was the best opportunity. Pag wala namang ganun, nakuha let's say a girl from the gig scene, ang dali-dali lang naman. It's always, you've had these, like you tell me, ay, linalandigan yan. Or, meron akong ganun, mga malandi yan. Parang, and ako, so easy for me to just be like, oh, okay, di ako mag-hello. Alam mo yun, parang, okay, hindi ko kakausapin to. Okay, nakakausap ako, pero aalis ako.
To be fair, I think, I can only think of 2 instances that happened. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what those are.
Yeah. Because hindi ako ganun yung parang wag mong kakausapin.
Yeah, hindi ka nga ganun. Pero ako, deliberately, if na-mention mo lang na, type ka niyan, o malindi yan, or something, ako lang, parang, Kebs, parang I'm not gonna go through the hassle of, yung parang
it's just not worth it.
Parang saya-saya ng gig, or ang saya-saya ng party, tapos, pagdadaanan ko pa na mag-aaway kami ni Saab, parang di na.
Yeah.
So, it's so easy. But I think, yun lang naman. I think that's what makes the work situation more complicated. So, yeah. And again, this was a super stressful episode.
It's fun.
But
spill the tea.
one way to relax is after this episode, we are gonna go on our Ogawa.
Oh, our massage chair. To de-stress from all the things that were brought up.
Pero seryoso, yung Ogawa massage chair, I
am an Ogawa addict.
I'm an Ogawa stan.
Hi, I'm Saab Magalona and I'm an Ogawa stan.
So anyway, the Ogawa is a massage chair, and this is where nakakatawa nga kasi Ali keeps making fun of me because with the linya-linya meetings, nagka-camera off talaga ako, and in fairness talaga, as in like lumalamig ulo ko. I'm getting a massage. So like ko nga, like man, if this happened in real life, parang habang nagmi-meeting kayo kunwari in a boardroom, tapos may lalapit, tapos magmamasahe ng likod mo.
Everyone would be more relaxed.
Everyone would be like, sige, pwede na yun. So,
Diyan.
So, and the funny thing is, a very funny Ogawa meeting story was I was on the Ogawa, and I was wearing a sando, and it was a very big meeting for Linya Linya. And the meeting was intensifying, and I had to step up. Kasi parang hinahayaan ko na lang yung parang project manager namin.
Na nakakatulog ka na?
Hindi naman. Pero ako was like, okay, camera off, mute. Kayo na bahala. Dito lang ako. Biglang may nangyayari na that needed my participation. Sa sobrang relaxed ko, dinapag ko yung laptop. Like, okay, I gotta get off the massage chair. Went to the meeting, and then I completely forgot na nakasando ako. So pagka-on ko ng camera, as in, oh no. And then si Ali brought it up like a week later na. Tapos sabi ko, nakala ko hindi mo mapapansin. So anyway.
Were you trying to tilt up the camera?
I was trying. As in, tinitilt ko all the way.
And now you have a jacket always available.
Yeah, may jacket na ako dyan in the room.
But yeah.
Yeah, so check it out. Check out Ogawa. And
there's Ogawa_PH on Instagram. Check out their massage chairs. If you would invest in a massage chair, this is top tier.
Yeah, and they are currently delivering pa rin.
Yes.
Despite dumputangin ng gobyerno. All right, bye.
Bye.